DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Now, I just came in the house. I just walked in the crib. I had to get on the camera and record this real quick. Today is October the 14th. It's Sunday afternoon, and I just came from a tryout. Just came from trying out for the D-League. Tried out for this D-League team. They had a tryout up in Miami. Now, I know a lot of people ask me, like, what's it like when you try out for the D-League team? Because I went to, a few years ago, I posted a video called my D-League camp experience, whatever it was called. That was the national tryout. That was in LA, and that's when all the D-League teams come together. They get like 200 players, and they had a tryout like that. But this one is different. This one was like each individual team in the D-League, they had their own tryouts, like in different cities, maybe the same city as their affiliate NBA teams, maybe their city wherever they play or in that area, stuff like that. So this time I was trying for a team in the D-League that's actually an affiliate of the Miami Heat, which is the reason why they had a tryout in Miami. They also had one like Orlando, Philadelphia, Minnesota. They affiliates of all those other teams too, Sixers, Timberwolves, Magic. But anyway, we had this tryout today, and I'm making this video because I know a lot of y'all want to know how these go. So this tryout is in Miami today. Started at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Registration was like 8 o'clock. Camp starts at 9 o'clock. I didn't think it was going to be as many people there as it was. I thought it was going to be like, maybe like 25, 30 guys. It was 80 people at the tryout today in the gym. And the gym is only but so big, 80 guys, and the people running it, the guys from the D-League team that ran the camp, this was Sioux Falls Skyforce. It was only 2 people. It was the head coach, one other guy, and I think it might have been another guy there, but I don't think he was with them. I think he might have been with the Heat or something. He was just watching. It was only 2 guys running the whole thing. So 2 people can't watch 80 players and really evaluate, see what's going on, because you got games going on both courts at the same time, all these drills going on. You got guys running this way, guys running that way. You can't really watch everybody. So they were smart. What they did was say, the first 40 people that came, we're going to have y'all work out, because the tryout was supposed to be from 9 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. And right now, on my Nike Fuel Band, is 1:42 in the afternoon. I'm already done. So what they did was say the first 40 guys that showed up, y'all going to try, y'all tryouts going to run from, they started early. It was like 8:30. From 8:30 to like 11:30 or 12 o'clock, whatever time it was. And then the next 40 people that showed up to get to 80, y'all tryouts going to go from 12:30 to 4 or whatever time it was. So it was funny actually, because I'm sitting there. They didn't even announce this, that they was going to do it like that. They just did it. Because I guess the guy at the table that was taking all the registration people, he just started telling people, all right, since we got so many and you came after 40, you going to go in the second group. So you just get sit on the sideline and wait. But they didn't tell us, the guys that was part of the first 40, that they were doing that. So I knew that registration was at 8 o'clock and the camp was starting at 9. So it was like 8:20, right? And I'm just sitting on the sideline because before the thing, I didn't want to get like too warmed up. And you know, there's only like 3 basketballs in the whole gym. Everybody's trying to shoot around. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here because I know they're going to do a warm-up first. So I don't need the warm-up. I don't need to touch the ball. So I'm sitting there. It's like 8:20. And I'm sitting there chilling. Like I got a banana. I'm going to eat this banana at like 8:40. Give me some energy for when the workout starts at 9. Then the coach comes out on the court yelling like, yo, everybody, let's go. Get on the baseline. Let's go. Let's go. I'm like, shit, it's 8:20. Why is it starting early? I didn't say that, but I'm thinking to myself. And then he just started. Like he didn't even give no explanation why he was doing it. So we just started. So we started at 8:20. So this is how I'm going to tell you how the whole thing went. So we started at like 8:20, and what the coach did, he talked for like 2 minutes. And then he called out his strength and conditioning coach or his trainer, whatever her title is a woman. And she came out and she ran the 40 of us through like some dynamic warm-up drills. If y'all look up, if you go on my channel or just go in the search bar up there, type in Dre Baldwin and type in dynamic warm-up. I did a video when me and my man B Battles was here in Miami when we worked out together. And I took him through a whole dynamic warm-up, which is like full court. It's like stretches, but you're moving at the same time. That's why it's called dynamic. Because you're actually putting movements into the stretch as opposed to a static stretch, which is where you're just sitting there and reaching. But anyway, we're not getting into that. We did a dynamic warm-up with their strength and conditioning coach or their trainer, whatever her title is. She took us through that. That took like 10 minutes. Then she said, if you got any stretches you want to do on your own, you go ahead and knock those out. You got like 2 minutes to do that. So then we get in, the coach gets everybody, we get on the baseline. and we do like 3 lines. We started with a 3-man weave. Y'all know what the 3-man weave is. If you don't, go ask your coach. If you got a coach, you know what the 3-man weave is. So we did the 3-man weave. First, you had to do like 5 passes. Then you had to do 4 passes. Then you had to do 3 passes. And he's like, because this is a professional team tryout for the D League, which is the number 2 league to the NBA. All you understand, like this is high-level basketball. So the coach is like, if your group, 3 guys start going, I want chest passes on every pass. Make sure you throw the right number of passes that I say, either 5 or 4 or 3, depending on when he said it. And don't miss layups. I mean, if you're trying to play in the D League, you can't be at a tryout missing layups. So not in the 3-man weave at least. Maybe in a 5-on-5 you get blocked or fouled. But I'm saying in a 3-man weave, you missing a layup, you ain't no pro player. So anyway, we doing it, and he says, if somebody drops a pass or a pass goes through somebody's hands during the drill, y'all get off the court. Like, don't even finish it. Just get off and get back at the end of the line. Somebody misses a layup. Like, you go down, and then you got to come back. So if somebody missed a layup going down, it's over. Get off the court. Next group goes. So we doing it like that. And we did that for a minute so everybody could kind of get loose, get a couple layups, get a dunk under your belt, whatever, just to get loose. Did that a couple times. Mind you, it was 40 guys, and there's only 3 at a time. Then he grabbed 6 people and put them, like, to the side. And he said, because we had jerseys, black and white jerseys, so he said, everybody put on black, but these 6 guys, y'all put on white. So when they start the 3-man weave again, the next group, these 3 of y'all, out of that 6, 3 people are going to sprint down, touch the baseline, sprint back, and play defense. So it's like 3-on-3. So that group that does the 3-man weave, they go do the weave, and then they come back, and it's like, you going live, 3-on-3. As soon as they shoot, the next group goes their 3-man weave, and that 6 guys, remember, 3 of them was just on defense. The other 3, they go sprint and come back and play D. So those 6 teams just take turns every other time, sprinting down and coming back and playing D. That's the coach's way, he explained, of seeing who's in shape, who's in good shape. And I felt good during that because I ran so much. If you read the Getting Ready to Be Ready blogs that I posted on DreAllDay.com, where I'm talking about my preparation for getting in shape for playing a professional basketball season this year, I talked about running, how basketball is just all running. Like, players think it's crossovers and dunking and shooting and your moves and all that. It ain't none of that. Basketball is running. If you can run, you in shape, you can beat out the guy that got a little bit more skill, but he ain't in shape. It's just running back and forth, back and forth. And a basketball court in a pro league is longer than it looks on TV. The courts are long. Like, even the court we worked out in the day, a real court, like where they play in the D League, is a little bit longer than that court, because that court was designed with like a college or high school team in mind. The pro court is longer, the 3-point lines are further away. It's a little bit wider probably too. I didn't measure it, but I know it's longer because I've been on courts that was longer than the courts I was used to playing on. So anyway, we did that defensive drill, see who's in shape. I felt great doing that because I'm in shape. I knew. I've been to so many of these. I knew what was coming. So then we did that. And let me think what we did next. We didn't do any kind of shooting drills. We just did running because the coach said at the beginning, he said, all I want to see is who can run, who's in shape, who can throw a pass that they're supposed to throw, and who can catch. Because if you can't run, if you can't throw a pass, and you can't catch, then you can't play in the D League. So he is basically weeding people out while watching these drills. If you couldn't do one of those 3 things, he was just striking you off in his mind. He didn't like grab you and kick you out of the tryout. He let you keep going because we all registered and paid money, whatever, for the tryout. So it's not like he would kick you out the gym. But he was evaluating. So you can't catch a pass or you blowing layups. I mean, you pretty much know you blew your opportunity at that moment because the coach is standing there watching you. So we get done doing that drill, and what he does is, since it was 40 of us, he split us up into teams of 5, 8 teams of 5, and it was a long court this way, like the main baskets, and then the side courts, like most gyms have. 4 side baskets and 2 main baskets. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all got them. So we played full court on the side baskets. So it's 2 games going at a time. And each team was only 5 people, but we played 4-on-4 because we was just working on a certain play that only involved 4 people. So it'd be 4 guys playing, and 1 guy would sub in and out. So each game, we played like 4 games. So each game somebody had to sub out, only play half that game while everybody else played. So we did that full court. I did all right in that. I mean, it's difficult in these camps. I'm going to get to that in a minute, how it is working with other players at camp. So you just showed up never seen these dudes before. Now you got to play with them and try to earn a spot on a professional team. It's crazy, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Let me tell you how the rest of the camp went first. So we did that. We did the full court joints, played like 4 games, like 8 minutes apiece, something like that, just to keep it going. Then, well, first of all, before that, the coach put everybody at half court to watch, and he grabbed like 5 guys and he demonstrated a play. Like, these are 2 plays that I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna just show 2 plays right now. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes to work on the play, and then we're gonna play. Y'all need to use the plays in the half court set. But you don't have to use the play every time. If you get transition or a fast break, run. I want to see people running, back and forth running. So I want to see who's in shape. That's one of the main things he wanted to see. So if it wasn't running, it's half court, let's say a foul, the ball goes out of bounds, then you run the play. So anyway, we did that. The side court, full court games. Then he gave us like a 2-minute water break. And then he came up and showed us some more plays. He showed us like 2 more plays. So we had like 4 plays total. So he's like, no, when we get to training camp, the first day of training camp, I'm going to install like 15 plays is what he said. I'm going to install 15 plays the first day of training camp, right? So if you can't learn 2 plays and run it properly after me showing it to you, it ain't no way you're going to be able to run 15. So if I see people that can't run a play, don't know what they're doing, you ain't ready to play in the D-League. This is another thing that he was explaining to us. So he put in 2 more plays. So we got like 4 plays total. And then we ran full court like on the big court. He split us up into 4 teams of 10 people apiece. Different teams this time. He put 8 minutes on the clock each game. Then halfway through the game, it'd just be a global sub. So 5 guys that start, and then the other 5 come in. You play half the game. No complicated substitution patterns. So we did that, and we did it like 4 times. You play against like 3 other teams, 4 other teams, and that was it. That was the whole tryout. It was over. Then the coach called us over, and he said, 80% of the guys in here have no chance of playing professional basketball right now because 80% of y'all either ain't in shape to be running, can't catch, and can't make a simple layup, or don't know how to run a play. In basketball, you don't know how to run a set. I'll show you a set, you don't know where to go. Those 4 things: be in shape, make a pass, catch a pass and make a layup, know how to run a play. 80% of the people in the gym, he said, y'all are not up to speed on these 4 things. He didn't point anybody out, but he was just saying in general. So 80% of y'all need to figure that out if you plan on playing professional basketball. And then he said in about 2 weeks from now, roughly sometime like that, they're going to contact the people that they're going to bring into their training camp and let them know that they're coming into training camp in about 2 weeks from October 14th, which is when I'm recording this. It's not coming out on the 14th, but I'm recording it on the 14th. And that was the whole tryout. Now, let me get into a couple other things. A lot of players, at the same time that I was in there, a bunch of players, maybe like 4, 5, 6 guys came up to me like, they want you to be on YouTube, Dre all day and all that. So all those dudes, I don't remember any of y'all names. I exchanged information with a few cats, a few cats that I know. So all y'all that came up to me and said, what's up, what up? I had to shout them out because they did come up and approach me, talk to me a little bit. Bunch of guys from different places, Boca Raton, Coral Springs. There's a guy from Lebanon, I forget his name. And a few other guys that I knew just from playing in the leagues around Miami and stuff like that. But nowadays, most of the time when I go to a camp, there's always a couple guys that know me, and then there's guys that see me and know who I am. They don't say nothing. Then they get on the YouTube comments and say something to me like 2 weeks later. I be knowing who y'all are. But anyway, we did that part, and I'm trying to think. All right, when we get to these camps, the toughest thing in these camps is the fact that everybody is trying to show out at the same time. Like, every player in there, they put you on a team with 5 guys. Everybody's trying to impress the coach. Everybody's trying to get known. Everybody wants to get a highlight so they look good in front of the coaches. And you're going to run into the type of players. Like, there was a guy on my team. I don't know the dude's name. I never seen him before. He was in there today. The first time we ran 4-on-4. This dude was not going to pass the ball under any circumstances. He was about 6'5", 6'6", left-handed guy. He was playing real physical, but he wasn't like a big guy. He was like 6'6", probably like a small forward. the way he was playing, I'm guessing he was probably a power forward in college at a smaller college because he was only like 6'6". He wasn't that big. He was like my height, a little bit taller and a little bit bulkier. He was playing real physical, throwing elbows, pushing guys a little bit extra and all that stuff. He was on my team. But this guy shot the ball every time he touched it. Like, his handle wasn't that good, but he would get a rebound and he would try to dribble the ball up the court. And then once people saw that he couldn't really dribble, they would just get all up on him, and he kept turning the ball over because he was trying to dribble the ball up the court. And I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, what is this dude is killing himself? Is he trying to dribble and he ain't got no handle? And then on top of that, he was shooting the ball every time he touched it. And the coach mentioned, like, hey, don't shoot the ball every time you touch it if you're not open. Like, you miss a guy that's wide open and you the guy that didn't get the pass. There's a couple times I was open and the guy didn't hit me with the pass. He was like, you ain't got to say nothing. I'm watching. I know basketball. If you throw a good pass to a guy, and let's say the guy on your team is just a bum, he can't play. It was a few guys in there that they couldn't play in middle school right now. If he's a bum, you throw him a pass, he drops it. I know you threw a good pass. That's what the coach said. Like, I know when you throw a good pass. I know when you ran the play properly and your teammate messed up. You don't have to say nothing. I know. So just keep playing. So while this guy's killing us, shooting the ball every time, he was scoring, but he was shooting the ball every time, and he wasn't passing at all. You're going to run into guys like that at a camp. And me personally, when I go to a camp, a tryout like that, I graduated college in 2004. From then to now, I've been to probably about 30 professional camps / tryouts / combines. About 30 of them, all over the world. In America, East Coast, West Coast, the North, the South. Internationally, I've been everywhere as far as trying out in camps and stuff, because that's basically the way the game is right now. That's what you got to do. You want to get on for players that don't come from like a high-level college with great stats. Unless you come from a high-level college with great stats, you got to go the tryout route, and that's me. I came from a small college and my stats wasn't great. I had to go the tryout route, but I made something out of it. So it's not a death sentence. You just got to make something out of it. You're going to run into cats that's going to gun. You're going to have players on your team that have no idea what they're doing, but you got to do what you're supposed to do. So if you're a point guard, I was telling the point guard on my team, he's a young guy. He hadn't really played a lot of ball, I could tell. I'm like, you got to command things. You got to take control. You're a point guard. You got to tell people. You definitely got to know the play. You got to tell people, yo, I'm not starting to play till everybody get what they're supposed to get. You got to set them up. If you're a big guy, you block shots, grab rebounds. You a shooter, shoot. You a scorer, score. But don't try to force it. Anybody that's played basketball before knows the game, i.e. the coach, is going to know if you're trying to do too much. They can see that you're forcing shots because you're trying to get all the points. Like, it's obvious. Everybody in the gym know you're just shooting every time. Everybody in the gym know, you don't know how to run the play. People can see that. But me personally, being that I can score, but I'm not a guy that's going to come out and try to score 30 points in the first quarter. I'm going to get my points over the course of the game. I'll get some within the flow of the offense. Sometimes I could go one-on-one. Y'all see people always be asking me about the moves and stuff like that. But I'd rather be like an all-around player. Like, I posted a video probably a year and a half ago saying, would you rather get a triple-double in a game or get 40 points in a game if you had to pick one or the other? Of course, you want to get 40 and the triple-double, I know. But I would rather, me personally, I'd rather get the triple-double. Because when you get the triple-double, it's like you everywhere. You're grabbing rebounds, you're setting up your teammates, and you're getting some points. And that's the way I try to play. I played today. Like, the most important thing for me going into this, I wasn't worried about my jumper. I wasn't worried about no crossovers. I wasn't even worried about points. I know I'm going to score points. Number one thing I was focused on for the pick-up full-court stuff was grabbing rebounds. Because I'm tall. I'm about 6'4". I was in the taller half of camp participants. Usually at camps like that, you're going to get like half the dudes there are going to be 6 feet and under, and that's exactly how it is. That's how it was. Like, half the dudes in there was under 6 feet. I'm like, ain't no big men in here. It was like 2 legitimate big men, in our 40-man group. But all I was thinking about was grabbing rebounds. I'm tall, I'm long, and I'm athletic. I can jump. But people that can jump, you can't just focus on dunks, because how many times you want to get the dunk? But a rebound is damn near every trip up the court there's going to be a rebound. Somebody miss a shot, or your teammate or the other team miss a shot. So all I was really focused on was grabbing boards. Because when you grab rebounds, you got the ball. So if you're grabbing rebounds, they can't say you're not involved because you grabbed the rebound. You took the team from defense to offense. And you personally, you can't complain that you ain't getting the ball because you got the rebound. So now you got the ball. So do something. Do something effective. Don't mean you got to go shoot it. Don't mean you got to force something, but you have the ball. I mean, look like you know what you're doing when you get it. So that's all I was focused on today, is making sure I grab rebounds. I grabbed a bunch of rebounds. I had a couple dunks. I had the Nike Plus Hyper Dunk on. I looked at the stat after it was over, and I had a 41-inch. They gave me a 41-inch measurement on my dunk because I dunked in the side court thing one time, and I think that was the dunk that they got the 41 inches. That was like my highest dunk of the time, that the game, as they call it, on Nike Plus. So it's 41 inches. Now, I know a lot of people talking about if you hang on the rim, you get higher, whatever. But all I know is it said 41 inches, and I'll leave everything else to go with that to y'all. If that's what it said, that's what I'm gonna go off of. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to add into this. When I was leaving the gym, matter of fact, there was some kids outside at the park. And as I'm walking to my car, one of the kids shouted me out. He's like, "Dre all day." I went over there and talked to him for a minute. I played this kid one-on-one with my sandals on. He beat me. I had sandals on, so take that for what it's worth. If you beat me one-on-one, the game go to 5. You beat me like 5-3, whatever. And I stood there and talked to them for a minute, answering a bunch of their questions. But shout out to those kids. I don't remember all your names, but shout out to those kids that saw me outside at the park working on your games out there. You know, I ain't messing around. I answered a lot of their questions. Hopefully, you gave them some good information. But I think that's about it. If anybody got any questions, comments, concerns about what you've heard on this video, go ahead and leave a comment down at the bottom. Now, as far as the videos I've been putting out, these last few days, I know y'all notice if you watch all my videos, everybody I meet tell me they watch all my videos. So if you watch all my videos, you notice that I've been doing a voiceover right now. So a lot of people said, you know, it'd be better if you do a voiceover to all the videos so you could explain like what you're doing, why you're doing it, like what's this move, instead of just showing us doing a move, because sometimes we don't even know what you're doing. So if you, besides looking at it, so if you explain it, it'd be better. So I've been doing a voiceover to every video now. Hopefully y'all been paying attention, those of you who watch all my videos. If you like what I'm doing with that, make sure you let me know what you like, what you don't like about the videos. As I put out so many, I mean, I put this stuff out, so hopefully some of y'all can learn some things about the game that you otherwise didn't know, besides watching me put it out. So if you like what I'm doing with that, make sure you let me know. Leave comments on this video. Hit that thumbs up button. Where the thumbs up button at? I think it's right here. Might be over here. Hit the thumbs up button. Like this video if you like it. Share this video with your friends. Post it to your Facebook timeline. Add it to your favorites on YouTube. Share it. Leave comments. Like I said, that's that. I believe I've covered everything. If you got questions, hit me up. If you want to holler at me, hit me up on Facebook. It's facebook.com/workonyourgame. I do have a Facebook profile, but I can't add any more friends because they got a limit of 5,000. So I can't add any more friends on Facebook, so you can't friend request me. Hit me on the Facebook/workonyourgame. That's my page. That's my brand, Dre Baldwin, Dre All Day page. Everybody can join that page. So go to that page, hit the like button on that page. And you can message me on there too, just like you message me like on a regular way on Facebook. DreAllDay.com. You already know what's going on over there. I got a bunch of new blogs going up. A lot of guides and tips and things like that that's going up over there. I think that's it. This is a long video. I think that's that. What I'm going to do right now is drink this Gatorade. I got to put some ice on my groin. I pulled a groin muscle during the workout today. I was doing a little like ball fake this way, then step that way and make a layup. I finished the play. I completed the play, but I felt that muscle pull as soon as I did it. So I got to ice my groin muscle. I'm probably going to have to sit out a couple days this week. That's that. I think I covered about all of it. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to watch this video. Again, if you got questions, holler at me. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. You want to add a guaranteed 10 inches to your vertical, not a maybe 10 inches. A guaranteed 10 inches to your vertical. Go to DreAllDay.com/jump. Get the jump manual. When you get it, I'm going to give you 5 free hoop handbooks or any free DVD. All you got to do is email me the receipt. DreAllDay.com/jump. Get your bounce up. You watched me work on my game, now it's time to work on yours. The Hoop Handbook is a series of workout programs straight from my own personal experience working out and training on every aspect of basketball. Ball handling, shooting, scoring moves, scoring over bigger defenders, the crossover, post moves, your weak hand, off the court training, dunking, vertical, all of it's covered. All you got to do is follow the program step by step, the Hoop Handbook.